Hello, folks. Welcome to the show. My name is Rico. Today, I want to go over a subject. This subject is regarding why many expats are still dating and investing so much into single moms in the Philippines. The reason I want to talk about this subject is because in my investigation in the Philippines, I am hearing from Filipinos that Filipinas are talking about having kids out of wedlock purposefully with the intention that if things don't work out between them and the father of their kids, they will just look for an expat, most likely online, to take care of them and the kids. I think a lot of this has to do with social media. Filipinas are seeing other Filipinas being taken seriously. Some expats are going so far as to wife them up. They therefore think it should be sufficient justification for their reckless behavior. Guys, be careful out there. There are expats today being told erroneous stories by single moms for you to take them seriously.
Most single moms in the Philippines become single mothers because they look at each kid they have as a lottery ticket to get them out of poverty someday. The gossips going around is one day one of my daughters will marry a foreigner and get us a better life.
In the Philippines, women account for more than 95% of single parents, and the number of single mothers has increased dramatically over time, with an estimated 14 to 15 million. This trend can be attributed to a number of factors, including a lack of sex education. I was told by a Filipino that talks of sex in school is often stigmatized by the community. They fear talking about it may encourage the act. Divorce is illegal in the Philippines, and the annulment process is time consuming, costly, and complicated. The number of single mothers is increasing as more women find themselves separated with no legal recourse to reestablish their marital status. Unplanned pregnancies are widespread in the Philippines, owing to a significant lack of comprehensive sex education. Many young women engage in unprotected intercourse because they are unaware of safe practices, and there is a substantial societal stigma associated with taking contraception. Because many of these relationships do not progress into official commitments, this contributes to the rise in the number of single moms. In the Philippines, many families are underprivileged and single mothers may struggle to preserve their financial security. Due to economic constraints, women are obliged to balance parental obligations with multiple employment, which can lead to financial stress and feelings of loneliness. Because single mothers draw strength from their roles as primary caregivers, the obstacles they confront, combined with cultural stigmas, create an environment that is both demanding and frequently gratifying. Being a single mother is a great deal of humiliation in the Philippines because these women are often viewed poorly by society. Even though many single mothers are incredibly resilient and supported by their communities, they often experience feelings of inferiority and shame. This contradiction highlights the paradox that single mothers who establish support systems gain from solid community ties despite the stigma. Catholicism has influenced the conservative values that have long existed in the Philippines. It used to be frowned upon to have children outside of marriage, and marriage and family are valued. However, technology and globalization have led to a growing shift in cultural norms, especially in urban areas. Women's growing economic independence, changing gender roles, and greater exposure to Western culture have all contributed to the rise in single motherhood. Financial trouble is one of the most common causes of single motherhood. Women are frequently the primary caregivers when couples split up owing to financial difficulties. Men also commonly relocate for work, either domestically or internationally, straining relationships and resulting in long term separations. Teenage pregnancies remain a big issue in the Philippines, where they are caused by a lack of sexual education and limited access to contraception. Young mothers are often left parenting alone because they lack the maturity and financial security to maintain a relationship. Without strong social support networks, these women will struggle to find stability. Some cases involve adultery and domestic violence as a reason for Filipinas to become single moms. But fellas, take heed. Many Filipinos are using these circumstances as justification for walking away from their baby daddies when that isn't the case. Frequently, these women prioritize their feelings over compromising with their ex to raise the child together. The paradox is that many expats actively seek relationships with single mothers, even though single motherhood is widely regarded as a disadvantage in local Filipino society. Given the obstacles of initiating a relationship while fulfilling pre existing familial responsibilities, this decision may look counterintuitive.
Here are some reasons I think expats may be attracted to single moms. Because of their circumstances, single mothers often demonstrate emotional maturity and resilience. These characteristics appeal to expats seeking relationships who are grounded and stable. Many visitors are drawn to Filipino culture because of its strong family values. Men who value family life may recognize similarities in the way single mothers prioritize their children. Filipino single mothers usually exhibit the caring and encouraging characteristics that many expats want in a mate. They frequently provide a blend of independence and relational connection by establishing a balance between traditional values and modern perspectives. Some expats find it useful to date single mothers, especially those who are older or have children from previous relationships. Because the women may already have a family, these relationships often include less pressure to have more children. Given these challenges, some single mothers are typically more appreciative of a partner's aid. This could lead to strong feelings of mutual regard and understanding between the two parties. Relationships with single mothers are not without risk and complications, despite their seeming appeal. Among these are the apparent promise to support the Filipinos' children could put expats in a precarious financial situation. Building a relationship with a single mother can be challenging and emotionally exhausting since you must adapt to an established family dynamic. Cultural norms and expectations can cause conflicts between expats and their partners, particularly when it comes to parenting and family responsibilities. Even if expats are not affected by the stigma of being a single mother, it may nevertheless influence how the couple interacts with the Filipino community. Some expats see relationships with single mothers as beneficial since they can provide financial support or promote financial stability through cross border connections. Many expats find it appealing to support a single woman and her child because it is an unconventional way to begin a family. Expat men generally perceive Filipino society to be more kind and family oriented than Western standards. They may enjoy the opportunity to integrate into a culture that values community and family support, as well as the strong familial relationships and dedication demonstrated by Filipino single mothers. Filipino women, particularly single moms, are stereotyped as gold diggers who exploit their relationships with expats for financial gain. While that premise is true to some extent, I don't believe all Filipino single mothers want to intentionally be gold diggers. Although I do believe most of them are looking for a better life for themselves and their families at your expense. Kids are expensive, and I believe most single moms realize how expensive they are after they make the mistake of having them out of wedlock or breaking up with their ex husbands. Relationships with single mothers might be emotionally tough due to pre existing parental attachments. The expat's attempts to create a relationship with the child and the child's devotion or hatred of the missing biological parent are all potential issues. Cultural differences can lead to relationship misconceptions, particularly regarding parenting expectations, family responsibilities, and social traditions. Because both partners may struggle to align their values and approaches to family life, these misconceptions can lead to conflict and suffering. It is a prevalent misperception among expats that dating a single mother secures a family's finances. The opposite is usually true, with expectations of financial assistance becoming a burden that puts further strain on available resources. The single mom paradox in the Philippines highlights the complexities of modern relationships in a changing cultural landscape. Expat men are drawn to relationships with single mothers for various reasons, including the allure of compassion and family engagement, all the while navigating their risk, including emotional complexity, cultural misunderstandings, and societal stigma. I know that some expats don't mind dating single moms. They may even encourage other expats to take on single moms. But if we continue down this path, there won't be change in behavior in the future, just more single mothers. All right, folks, that is all for today's show. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.